guys, Ash Lane here. Today we're going to talk about upgrades, and that has to do with both what is a 9.5, what is an 8.5, what is a war weight, and what if I don't care about clan wars, what should I upgrade first, how should I upgrade, when should I upgrade. We're just going to touch on everything upgrade wise, so let's get right into it. But wait. There's a really awesome interview in today's episode, and it's at the end, and it's with PC31, co-leader in Red Elite, and he is our stat nerd. We're going to really geek out on all the stats that really matter when going ahead and figuring out your war weight, or your village's war weight. Basically, all your offensive firepower, your defensive firepower, your heroes, your spells, your troops, your walls, everything is factored in. We're going to talk all about it. Great interview there. Make sure you check that out after this. But first, I'm going to go ahead and give you my suggested upgrade order. You can see I'm on my baby account right now, my Town Hall 9, and where am I right? I'm hanging out in Silver League just farming. But even though I am farming right now, and this is not the best farming base, by the way, guys, so don't go ahead and copy it thinking you have a great base here. It is actually just a war base that I adjusted for a farming layout. So, guys, it really depends. If you are a war guy or girl, you love warring and you want to optimize your base for warring, which is what I want to do, then you have a total different path than somebody who wants to go ahead and optimize their base for just farming and just building their base, upgrading. So you can see here on our war map, I actually fall pretty low in our Town Hall 9s. You can see there's quite a few Town Hall 9s above me here in the Clash of the Ash clan, and that is because I'm remaining very cognizant of my war weight. So let's talk about war first before farming. So, war. I want to build the best war base possible. What do I have in mind as a 9, and when will I go 9.5? So, first of all, we will get into what a 9.5, 8.5, 7.5, 6.5 means just a second, but first I want to talk about upgrades. So, I'm a new Town Hall 9. I just upgraded my Town Hall, hypothetically here. I am not quite new right now. So, I just upgraded my Town Hall to 9. What am I going to upgrade first? Well, for warring, you always want to advocate if you're upgrading your village with the goal to become the best warrior out there, the best, economically speaking, the best village on your war map. The idea is to rush just a little bit, not a full rush to Town Hall 10, for example. But what you want to do is you want to go ahead and upgrade your offenses first. Now, when I say offenses, not only do I mean your research lab and all the troops that you use in it. Now, when I say use, that is very important. You don't want to just go upgrade all your troops based on, I don't know, cost or based on flipping coins. What you want to do is use the troops that you're more comfortable with. So, if you're a farmer, this goes for farming or wars. If you're a farmer and you're a big barcher, go ahead and start upgrading your barch troops. I still need to get my barbarians and archers up on this account, because I am a barcher for farming. Now, for spells, well, spells can obviously be useful in both raiding for wars and in farming, so you can just do those in the order that you prefer. And then Dark Elixir, well, I love hogging and I love air raids, so I upgraded my Lava Hounds to level 2, which is max for Town Hall 9, and then I upgraded my Hogs to 5, and I have my Balloons max level at 6, so I'm technically able to either Laloon or Go Ho in wars, which is the two attacks I alternate from doing. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk. So not only the troops you want to upgrade, but the first thing you want to do is for your gold, upgrade your clan castle so you can hold the 30 troops. Now at Town Hall 8, it doesn't matter what Town Hall level you are, upgrade your clan castle first as far as gold goes. Now, what to do after your clan castle on gold when you're focusing on war, with your gold, excuse me. What you want to do is go right to walls, right? So you can upgrade your new wizard tower just to get on the same level as your max Town Hall 8 wizard towers, level 6 here, but don't upgrade it any further, as wizard towers and mortars are the heaviest units in the game. A max wizard tower weighs more than a max Inferno tower. Not a lot of people know that. And when I say weighs, I mean it just factors into how strong your village ranks in Clan Wars. Next, what you want to do is, with Elixir, obviously you're upgrading your troops in the lab, but the first thing you want to do by far is get your new spell in your new spell slot. So upgrade your spell factory, and then of course your dark spell factory with your dark elixir. And then you want to obviously at the same time here, upgrading your mines and your pumps and your drills. That should always be a priority. They're pretty cheap to do so just go ahead and do those with extra builders that you have available throughout the time. Then you want to go ahead and pump the next thing after your lab and is going, and after your spell factory is up and upgrading, get right on those army camps, because those extra troop spaces, even though it only goes 5 at a time from 8 to 10, very valuable when you add it up. So those are your focuses, and then what you want to do is, once all your offense is all the way upgraded and your heroes are at a decent level, so if you're Town Hall 9 for example, I'm going to upgrade to Town Hall 10 when my heroes are around 40 combined. That's my own benchmark. Everybody has their own area that they're comfortable in, but I want to get them each to level 20 at least. If you're more of a farmer type, even though you want to be into wars, what I would do is go ahead and get both of your heroes up to close to max, and then just keep pouring into walls. So ideally, the best base that you're going to have, if you want to really be cognizant of your weight and at the same time be not be a pushover in Clan Wars, is what you could do is upgrade your expos, your walls, because expos do not weigh a lot. That's a big misnomer in the game, is expos do not weigh that much. So, for example, making a new archer tower on a Town Hall level 9, so my new archer tower is, where is he? I guess this is him right here, Town Hall, archer tower level 9. Getting him, that archer tower, to level 10 weighs more than an expo does, a max expo at that, or level 2, I believe, or level 3 for Town Hall 9. So anyway, let's get back to the loot, the farmers out there. So let's say you don't care about war weight, Ash. I just want to play the game. I want to max out my village before I go to the next Town Hall level. Well, for you guys, things are a little bit different, because you actually want to upgrade your splash damage. Even though it weighs a lot, you don't care about that. So my advice to you guys would be, still go ahead and upgrade your offensive firepower here, your army camps, and obviously the first priority with your elixir should be upgrading the researching, I should say, the units that you use the most to farm with. So make sure you get your barbarians or archers, whatever you use. Maybe you love Jaibarch, go ahead and upgrade your giants right away. So those should be your priority. Then you can kind of lax a little bit on the hogs and stuff like that if you're not using them to farm. And what you want to do is, you want to start with your splash damage. That's the main difference. So your mortar, your wizard tower should be the first things you start to upgrade. Then myself, I go right to the air defenses, and then after that I will upgrade the point damage, which are the Teslas, the archer towers, and then the cannons, because they can only fire at ground units. And then I'll focus on expos. You can do expos first too. It really doesn't. It's up to the individual as far as that goes. And then I kind of end off with the lowly air sweepers. So that's my own preference, guys. And huge thing here. No matter what you're doing, whether it be for wars or for loot, upgrade your traps immediately. They don't weigh they weigh nearly next to nothing on the whole weight structure for wars, and they play a huge part, an often overlooked part in Clan Wars. You can see just on the Seeking Air Mines. This is my brand new one here. The rest are maxed for Town Hall 8, but that should be one of my first priorities here. Oh, did I say they're maxed for Town Hall 8? I meant they're all level 1. Or is someone? Yeah, he is. So go ahead and I should be upgrading these immediately, because they don't weigh anything. They, next to nothing. I think 50 war weight. Anyway, I'm going to get into all that good stuff with you guys on this interview, as far as how much these things weigh in terms of how powerful your base is, and much, much more. So guys, hope you enjoyed this little upgrade guide. And it goes without saying, by the way, if you're Town Hall 10, go ahead and make your Infernos second to last, next to the Wizard Tower and Mortar. It's actually up to the individual there, but I would just hold off all the way till the end for my Inferno Towers if I was going to upgrade to Town Hall level 10. So guys, enjoy this interview, and I hope you enjoyed this whole upgrading guide. Take care. Alright guys, so here we are with PC31. PC, how you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, Ash?
I am doing fantastic. Thanks so much for coming on. I know you have a lot of valuable insight. So before we get too much into the number crunching, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Who are you in game, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm PC31. My mini account is P Clark 31 2, leader of the unheralded mini elite. That's nearly undefeated. Um,
Mini elite.
yeah, I know it's your favorite clan, but yeah. So I've been with Red Elite for about 2 years. Before I came to Red, wasn't too serious in the Clash, but things change once you go to Elite Nation.
Well, you certainly made. I think you always joke around that it took you quite a while to get co-leader, but you certainly made a huge splash once you did, and you really haven't let up since.
Yeah, I think it was about 7 months.
I think you remind us from time to time.
Yep.
But let's just hop right into it because you've been an absolute spreadsheet monster in our not only our clan but our whole alliance. You've really came up with all the formulas of all the war weight of every single defensive unit, and you've matched us. Oh God, about a dozen times now. It feels like close to that on scrimmages and special events. I guess we should just start out. How do you go about figuring this all out as far as each individual player's war weight when applicable to war matchups?
Well, so if you're gonna do a war matchup, the first time I ever heard about this, the way that you do it is when prep day ends and war day starts, you need to go into your own clanmate's base and click on their gold storage and see how much is in the gold storage. Sorry. Um, and basically, what you do is you take that number, you're gonna multiply that, or sorry, you're gonna take that number, multiply it times 4, and add 1,000, and that's how you get the precise war weight for each individual. There's also another way that I think we're going to talk about to get more precision
Okay,
beyond
yeah,
that.
absolutely. So just to reiterate, what you're doing there is you're going into you'd have to be in the enemy clan, right, to find out that information.
No, actually, you can do that from your own clan.
Oh, you go into your own clanmates' storages.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I calculate our team's war weight. Then you can also do that while you're looking at the opponent's war weight.
Okay, you know what I was thinking of is the loot bonus number. I know for a while people had thought
Mhm.
that was the way to do it, but it's not. It's actually in the gold storage.
So it actually does correlate a little
Okay.
bit. That loot number will adjust to each person's war weight, and I've been kind of using that as a shortcut to.
Okay.
But I mean, we don't really need to go into that because that's
So it's
a little
basically
complex.
yeah, well, it's basically three levels of precision. So the loosest is the war loot bonus. The medium range is the actual gold storage, and
Mm-hmm.
then the most precise is every single unit's level on the entire map. Correct?
Correct.
All right. So, but before we get a little bit, before we geek out into those numbers, why don't you tell us? I guess in your opinion, is it worth going point 0.5? So 8.5, 9.5, etc. I know you get the loot penalty when you go up a town hall level, but you also get an offensive bonus. Is it worth it for every town hall level, or do you have differences?
So when I first started out doing this, I actually just barely started my second account, and I actually wanted to take that from basically having a Town Hall 1 defenses all the way up to a Town Hall 10 offense. Obviously,
Okay. Yep.
you can see how big of a mismatch that would be,
Sure.
but realistically, anything below about Town Hall 7, even 8, like you can just drop your troops and you're going to get a 3-star. So I
So
mean,
yeah.
below Town Hall 8, I don't think doing a point 0.5 is really worth it. But once you start getting into the more high level gameplay, like Town Hall 8, 9, and especially 9.5 is the most important. That's where you're going to find the real value in it.
Okay, so basically, well, I'm looking here at the numbers, and I'm playing in the background, guys. The numbers you're looking at is the defensive weight of every single defensive unit. That's what I have, and then I'll also flash up some offensive weight. Now, basically, if you added up these, like if I had an Archer Tower level 7, for example, it would be a 700, excuse me, a 750 war weight. So if you added up all those single units, you'd reach that same number, right? Of the that you talked about earlier.
Yep, that's absolutely right.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Now, expos, they're pretty light compared to some. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to ask your opinion here. Are expos worth holding off on when you're Town Hall 8? So 8.5.
So if you're an 8.5 right now, let's see. So a level 1 Expo carries a weight of 400 points. And to put that into comparison, let's see. What level or Archer Tower can you get at Town Hall 8? So
Oh,
like,
it's been a while.
yeah, it has.
I'm sure all the viewers will let us know. But
Yeah.
let's pretend it's 10.
So 10, the weight of an Archer Tower level 10 is 955. So that's almost double the weight of a level 1 Expo. So I think just from pure numbers, like there's no real harm in getting your Expos already.
All right, that's exactly what I was kind of thinking. I think that, in my opinion at least, and it seems like you kind of agree here, is that 9.5 is really the big difference because tell us a little bit about the big changes at 9.5 as far as the weightier units that you might, a lot of people might suspect, but some might not.
So let's see. So the big advantage of 9.5, really, like especially in our wars in Red Elite, like we started out with a couple Town Hall 9s, and now we have what, maybe like 3 or 4 9.5s. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah.
actually those are our key attackers. I would say in my mind because they have the ability to 2-star to a Town Hall 10 if they need to, and then they can also just go down to a Town Hall 9 and just steamroll it. Like
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you 100%. I think the more 9.5s we get, the more often we win.
yeah,
It's really a huge reason of our success in a lot of ways, and I guess it's because of the weight of the Inferno Tower, pretty much, right? I mean, if you and obviously the offensive troops.
yeah. So if I was going to make a 9.5, I would not touch. So the Wizard Towers and Mortars actually weigh more than a Max Inferno Tower. Um,
Wow, yeah, I see that here. That's a I don't think a lot of people know that. So a max Wizard Tower
yeah,
and
it's gonna
yeah.
outweigh an Inferno. A mortar, a max. Let's see, max mortar. Yeah, that's almost 700 points higher than a Inferno Tower. So
Wow. So really, if you were going to devise the perfect way to upgrade at 9.5, you would hold off, I guess, mortars and wizard towers till last, and then get the Inferno before you upgrade the mortar and wizard tower. Would that be correct?
yeah, that's probably the best way that I would do it.
Okay, wow, very interesting there. I guess before I let you go, we talked a lot about point fives. I just was wondering when you match clans up together, because like I said, we've done a lot of scrimmages and civil wars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh, is there any special trick, or is it as easy as just adding up all the weights of the two teams you're trying to match and pressing the button at the same time?
I mean, that's pretty much it. I have to keep the 9.5s in mind because I know that they're such a dynamic
Yeah.
player. So if we're doing a civil war, I want to make sure that we at least have an even number of 9.5s on each side. But really, their weight is going to be not like maybe a point or two higher than a max Town Hall 9.
Yeah, that's insane. Do you think that Supercell might change that soon? Because
I
it's
mean,
such a huge advantage, right?
if it starts catching on, I'm sure they'll do something
Yeah,
to
it seems like
nerf it.
it's gaining more and more popularity. I know that in a lot of these arranged matchups that are with really well known clans, I know a lot of them don't even allow the 9.5s just because it's too big of an advantage, for
Yeah.
either way. It's hard to factor in, like you were saying. What is, just out of curiosity, what is the biggest mismatch you've ever seen? Because I know you keep track of every single one of our wars. So just out of curiosity, what's the biggest mismatch?
So the biggest mismatch that I've ever seen was when we faced In the Dark. They were
Ah,
about
how could I
three.
forget?
Yeah, right. They were. I think they were about 360 points higher than us. Just one thing that I remember vividly is I think it was like a 35 or 40 person war, and their top 25 bases were all 100% max.
Yeah, and at that time, I think we only had like seven, maybe five or so max bases, and around.
We didn't have one 100% max person at that time.
Oof, yeah, that hurt. That was a bad memories, PC. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that question.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I don't understand how the algorithm does that. But I mean,
well, we should mention, I guess, before I let you go, that the that heroes surprisingly don't weigh a ton, and neither do walls. So
that's right.
those are things you should be upgrading really early, correct?
Correct. You need to, if you're going to do the point 0.5 especially, max out your walls, max out your traps, because the traps carry almost nothing. You need to take
Yeah.
advantage of those because traps are huge in war. And max out your heroes too because they're pretty low as well.
Great point about the traps, and traps are almost nothing. You're right. So traps should be an easy upgrade right away. And another thing, now that they just added the 25 new walls at Town Hall 10, could you put into perspective for us just how much if we were going to max all those walls? Because I see a few people at Town Hall 10 out there asking or thinking about not even bothering to even make them at all. Is it worth it, or do you think, is it worth having the extra walls, or should we hold off just because of our war weight?
So let's go. Let's put in 25 max 11 or max out walls. It's going to add roughly about a point to your total war weight, if
Okay,
that. So,
not a
I
big
mean,
deal.
I guess it's a personal preference. I myself, I kind of like the war base that I have right now that doesn't have the extra 25 walls.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna have to redesign mine and kind of figure out where to throw them now.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's yeah, because I did see a lot of people mentioning don't even bother making them, but I made them because I guess my theory is, and tell me if you would agree or disagree here, is once you hit a certain war weight, maybe it's like so we base it, or you simplify it as like a 1 to 100 on a 100-point scale,
Hmm.
and I'm 99, but let's just say I don't know where you are right now, but I guess you're around like 93-ish. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, 93.
So if you're 93, do you even bother at this point worrying too much about, because 93 is so close to 100, whereas a Town Hall 9 is what, like an 80-ish?
Town Hall. Oh, they're actually in the 70s.
Okay, so
Like
it's
a
high 70s, right?
max Town Hall 9 is going to be a 74.
Yeah, so that's a huge gap between Town Hall 9s and 10s, and like you said, adding all 25 max walls to your base is only 1 point. So,
Yep.
do you think it even matters at a certain point? Are you really concerned with being a 93 versus a 97, or?
I mean, I guess it really just depends on the mix up of your war roster. Because if I'm the like bringing up our overall clan war weight,
Mhm.
then and I mean we're probably going to draw. I mean, you and I have experienced this. We're getting mismatches left and right. So it really just
Yeah,
depends on the mix of your clan. Because if you don't have a good balance, you're going to keep getting mismatched probably every other war. Because
yeah.
if you're too heavy at the top and you just kind of drop off towards your bottom end of the roster, you're gonna get a lot of mismatches.
Yeah, there seems to definitely be some sort of a sweet spot regarding, how many max bases and how many lower level bases, and then because our matches lately have been amazing in our clan, as far as we've always been mismatched, but we in our favor it seems like.
Yeah,
So I guess it really just depends. So you're right, one base can definitely tilt the action, so to speak. Uh,
yeah,
I guess we'll go ahead and end it there. I'm sure everybody's minds are brains are going upside down right now, spinning around because we've touched on a lot of geeky stats here. But I'm sure a lot of people really enjoyed it. I know I do, and on behalf of the entire Elite Nation, just want to say thank you so much for all that you do for us. Is there a way people can get in contact with you? What's the best way? Because I know a lot of people might want you to help out with their wars or their base.
I mean, if you're really interested and want to invest the time in doing this, just drop a comment on this video with your clan name, your ID number, and I'll just swing by and come chat up with you.
All right, PC, very, very generous of you, and very generous of you to take the time to talk to me tonight and us. And I thank you very much, sir.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Ash.
Take care, PC. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. I wanted to give you 3 quick ways you can help the channel out. Number 1, subscribe. If you're not already, it really helps me. Number 2 is give a thumbs up, like the video. Number 3, continue to tell your clanmates about my channel. It really helps and I really appreciate it. And also social media. You can find me, follow me on Twitter at clash_with_ash. Also, follow me or find me on Bindle at hashtag Clash with Ash. And don't forget to visit my website, www.clashwithash.com. Take care, guys.